Now that we live in Yorkshire, it is time to pass down my top secret Yorkshire pudding recipe onto Paddy and get him fully adopted into the Yorkshire lifestyle. And I thought I'd let you in on the secret too, especially our American friends. I've seen some, not saying you guys specifically, but I've seen some questionable Yorkshire pudding things over there. So this is how you do it properly. I'm gonna keep it really simple. We're not even gonna measure with numbers. So there's gonna be no metric versus whatever you guys use. We're gonna use glasses. Can you see? So we'll just weigh it out in equal parts and match the volume basically. The ingredients that you will need: plain flour. Don't know what it's called in America. The one that's not got raising agent in it, it's just flour. Nothing is going to make it rise. Milk, fresh from the milkman. That part's optional. That's just what we have. And eggs. Eggs, yes? Okay. The other thing that you will need is some kind of oil or fat. So you can use rapeseed oil or something like that. Personally, I like to use goose fat. Big fan of that. The most important thing is whatever you pick needs to have a really high smoke point. I don't want to see any butter, vile, or olive oil too low smoke point. It's just going to make your oven like black and you're not going to get a good rise on it. You want like that really hot temperature so that it will like sizzle. The cooking method of this is more important than the recipe of your batter. So quality control here. I'm just going to do a 1 egg recipe because there's not loads of us. So however many, if you've got loads more people, then scale it up. I don't know exactly how many this will make, maybe like 5, 6. Let's see. Check. Quality control. Okay, so then this is the volume that you're going to measure everything else to. So just get some glasses that are equal size and measure everything else to the same, roughly the same amount. Yeah, we're done with the eggs now, pal. You're helping me measure. Oh, good. Okay, that's a little bit more, but we'll just not put it all in. Kind of hard to tell with your big head in the way, you know? We're going to measure again to the egg, flour. Made a mess. There you go. I'm going to get this bit. I'm going to get towels cleansed up. You look after him. Make sure he doesn't eat stuff. He's such a good boy. It's okay. We just clean up the mess. Then your flour wants to go in the jug or whatever you're going to mix it in. And I make a well in the center. You want to use your snoop? No. We're going to make a well in the center. And the egg goes in. Observe the mixing technique. You want to mix this until it's smooth, no lumps, and it should be really thick and gloopy. You have flour in your nose, pal. Then you can add your milk in a little bit at a time and just keep mixing. And I measured out a bit too much milk, so I won't need all of it. It should basically be the consistency of single cream. What do you think? Bit more? Yeah, a bit more. Okay, that's good. Salt and pepper. If you're going to use pepper, really, really fine pepper so that it's not like chunky. If you can, it's really good to leave this to rest. You want to leave it room temperature for an hour, or you can even make it a few hours in advance and leave it in the fridge. Just bring it out to room temperature like half an hour now before you want to use it. I make my Yorkshire pudding in this kind of Yorkshire pudding tin. Let's see. I prefer to use goose fat. I will do some with oil as well, so you can see like the difference that they make. I want to have like a generous amount. Yeah, oh yeah, somebody's excited about the goose fat part. Wait a minute, and then you can get the spoon. And oil for the other ones. And then this is very important. You must preheat the tray with the oil in till it's like screaming hot. Because if you don't, when you put it in, you won't get that like sizzle and like the beginning of the rise, and you end up with flat Yorkshire puddings. So that is very important. My oven is preheated to 220 Celsius. But that is in Fahrenheit. We're going to put this in and leave it to heat up. These have been preheating for like 7 minutes-ish. Be careful. Lord Floofington is over there, so he's not going to get burned because it will be splashy. Do not burn yourself. But this is the most important part of getting good Yorkshire puddings, having them being really hot. I'm going to get it out and pour the batter in, but you want to do it really quick, so I'll try and be speedy when I pour it in. You want to have like a sizzle and a bubble when you pour the batter in, and that's how you know that the oil's hot enough. If you don't get that, oil's not hot enough. Give your batter one last little zhuzh. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear that, but it makes a sizzle noise. Depends how big or small your Yorkshire puddings are. But these are probably staying for 10-15 minutes, and I'll check them. But don't open the door. Just do not open the door. As soon as you open the door, that will heat out. And these have been in for like 12 minutes. Nice. I did go back and double the recipe because I realised as I was about to pour it that it was only going to make 4. So I doubled it so that I could make 4 oil and 4 goose fat, so you can see the difference. But the good things about these is you can freeze them. So these you can just stick in the freezer and then have them whenever you want.
I'll never forget that first day at pit. Me and my father worked a 72-hour shift. Then we walked on 43 miles through snow in his bare feet.